There is a paradoxical consequence of the mentality that wants to monopolize all activity for work's sake. Reinvesting in work, any profit derived from it sterilizes. Wealth becomes impossible. Adulation for work makes all men poor, having nothing anymore to spend on real goods. Absolute work does not enrich, it enslaves. It makes the spine bend, according to a Russian proverb quoted by Pieper. On the contrary, the celebration, the ceremony justifies the greatest expenses, claims wealth. Worship of God also leads to sacrificing the greatest goods, to consecrating them, to setting them apart in order to thank God and implore Him to continue His benevolence. It is in the nature of the religious festival to create a space of abundance and wealth, even in the midst of an external poverty of material things. This is because sacrifice is at the center of this holiday. What is sacrifice? It is a gift offered willingly, without usefulness, the exact opposite of utility. From the current of worship, and only from there, arises a fount that cannot be consumed by the world of work, an authentic wealth. This is the atmosphere in which leisure is generated, as a time to reflect, meditate, increase one's knowledge of God and nature. Our society proves it backwards, apostatizing, eliminating one after the other religious holidays, renaming as profane everything that bears a sacred name. It only succeeds in making any appearance of leisure even more painful than work, so much that everyone comes to prefer Monday to Sunday, to treat Sundays and holidays as ordinary days. Once separated from worship, observes Pieper, leisure becomes painful and work becomes inhuman. Its religious dimension disappeared. All leisure becomes idleness, insofar as the agitation of work for the sake of work is idleness in the strongest sense. Everything then is done for nothing, bores, leaves sad in acedia. Boredom, it is remarkable, sticks to those who are incapable of true leisure. For them, everything has lost meaning, interest. They will need increasingly strong and violent sensations to maintain an interest in living before totally despairing and asking for assistance in dying. Despair, agitations broader, says Pieper, then raises his hideous head. Charles Baudelaire expresses with biting cynicism the boredom of leisure reduced to amusement. He says, one must work, if not by taste, at least by despair, since working disgusts less than having fun. The ultimate conquest of this imperial figure of the worker is the takeover of intellectual activity, up to philosophy, his privileged province, yet the furthest from the world of work. The concepts of intellectual worker and intellectual work, denounces Pieper, with their claim to a salary, make this conquest especially obvious. At the end of the day, even the happy life is seen as a job.